wake us up from the dream. That's not bad. Okay, we are third together with millions of teams, but you know, in a short championship like this, of course, you have to have the score difference with the others. And luckily, like, we beat the right one. For me, it's not important. It's not third or fifth or sixth. It's the record that matters, because we gotta put some consistency in our season and be not involved too early or too deep into the relegation. That's the goal. We gotta be far from that. So far we are there, and of course in a short championship, if you're far, you're good. This is the good thing about Greece. So now we are there, and we want to enjoy, because I don't know if it will last, but as long as it is, we want to enjoy this moment.
Probably you are satisfied.
Listen, I'm the kind of person that gets satisfied at the end, because too many times I've been the king of the city in December, and then the guy under the guillotine at the end. So I want to wait not to get under the guillotine again. I'm satisfied of the way this player took this opportunity. Means that we are a kind of strange animal. That's why we have two heads, not one. This is, let's say, we built a very strange kind of experience. Okay, so we are here because everybody is looking to what it will happen after, but using the present, not the future, not even the past. So living day by day and experiencing things together day by day, I think is making the difference. Frank Bartley, in the interview after Cardizza, said a thing that made me think a lot about the fact that they stick together very well on and off the court. One time I remember some of my players that said, you know, like, we can respect on the court and play together on the court and not even say hello in the locker room. I believe that the times are changed, have changed, and we are in a situation in which this counts. And the fact that they were able to create this togetherness is helping us a lot, going beyond the limits, because there is one thing that we have to say about this team, that we are going beyond our limits. All of us, I mean, coach and the players, that are way beyond our limits so far. I think that the chemistry is built by players, and they build a great chemistry. My job is not to destroy this chemistry. It's different. Like, I follow the way I try to follow the way they are. I try not to make mistake in terms of breaking this thin membrane that is the chemistry. You know, like, if you go through or you break it a little bit, and then it's very fragile. My job is so difficult in terms of avoiding, not to make mistakes in breaking this chemistry. I try to, you know, I want to be the one that takes care of this. The players are doing an excellent job, and I have to protect them, you know, from the big hype or from the depression. It depends on the moment. That's my job, to keep this chemistry be settled. I feel very well. There are a lot of things have changed in my approach of basketball here. It's okay. Let's say that I think I found the right place where I can be myself, and the others accept in the right way, you know, the fact that I am the way I am. And this is strange, but this allows me, for the first time, to look at myself in the mirror and understand what I did in the past and was not working. But, you know, the chemistry sometimes is also between one person and the situation that is living. In this case, me. Like, this is a place in which, okay, I felt that people were believing on me, letting me do the things that I'm used to do. And this, I think, is called awareness. For even if I'm pretty old, I'm 52, almost 53. Awareness means, okay, now I'm aware of the mistakes that I made in the past that made me not become a better coach, but mostly a better person. And thanks of the people around me that helped me to do this process. Accepting first, you know, to let me to be myself, and then after, you know, making me do the job. Nobody told me you should do this. What happened in the past that everybody was saying, yes, okay, you're a good coach, but you're too strong, you're too hard, you do this, you do that. Even if you're 50, I mean, I don't lie to myself. It's tough when you hear people to say, okay, yes, you're right, now I'm going to change. You need a process. Everybody of us at every age needs a process. And I think I'm doing it here. I don't want to talk too early, but in these 5 months, I've changed a lot in my approach. And this is thanks to my staff, to management, to people, and to the team. That for the first time, they're not telling you, yes, this is okay, but you should do that. No, okay, this is okay. I say, why? So, you know, like it's a kind of shock. They say, this is okay. So what if really they don't say nothing about this? And then I started to think to the past, and I said, that's what they mean. This is okay, but, you know, they are pushing me to be different, not say just helping me, just letting me do my stuff, my process. This is the thing that I realized here so far. I'm very happy for that. I think this experience is helping me a lot. And the sense of family is that, like when you educate your son, your children, like is not there is not one way. And for me, education is like that. Like you gotta see what happens, and then let him do and let him talk first, and then you adapt. And I think that PAOK is educating me without the willing of doing that. What PAOK for me is the team, staff, and the people. Like when people stops you on the road and say thank you is a big word. Gives a lot of responsibility, you know. Thank you is not a congratulation. Thank you is deep. It is not the first time that happens. Like I've been in other places where I heard it.
But this is just in Greece.
Yeah. Like maybe the first time in a club like this one, because everybody knows like this club is loved and hate at the same time. You know, loved by supporters and hate from the others. When people have a big hate, means that they give you credit, also hating you. Also, because it's a form of hidden respect sometimes, you know, because you don't have a big feeling if you don't believe that the other has something. You know, you just don't care. But if you do care, means that you, in a certain way, you respect. And so being in a team like this and doing something for them gives responsibility and makes you feel at one point never satisfied of what you do, because responsibility are, you know, it's a huge part of our life, I guess, at least of mine, doing this job, and trying to make them last as long as possible. But it was cool. It's very cool.
Also, it's the first time that you heard something like that.
In what sense?
What they said?
Είναι τρελός το Ιταλός. That was cool. That was very cool. we fell in love with our supporters, okay? And we are trying to make them understand that we really like them, okay? So every step is important to see a reaction, to see how they react. It's like, you know, when you want to go out with a girl, you try first to make them understand because they don't know you. So our supporters don't know our team, don't know me, don't know nothing about this. So us, step by step, we're trying to build a road so that at one point, you know, there is a big square in which we can meet. Because I believe that in the second leg of the season, at least at home, but also on the road, because I've seen a lot of people on the road watching us, sometimes we need support. For us, for me, the key game to explain this is the game against AEK. I think that we won this game because we had the big support from the fans. At the end, we had the energy to stay there. And I would like, and also for me, it gives energy, honestly. Here when the place is full, not full, but when the place is hot, it's still full, we don't care if it's full. But when it's hot, we do care. We do care because we need it. Is one thing I try not to bring outside, you know, the good and bad things that happens during the day. I believe to be way more poised when I'm out, and I believe that I make my picks. It means I like to choose the people I want to share my private life. I'm pretty lonely. Like I live with my family, but if I found somebody that is on the same page, then I start to be honestly totally different. I think way more calm than the people, but it comes from adrenaline first. Is fight or flight, so and I try to fight, and it comes from passion. Like I said in another interview recently, I'm like that because I'm focused like that. Then it's too easy for people to say, "Oh, he's crazy," or to put a video or make comments on what I do. But honestly, I don't show up there to make people comment my, you know, the way I am on the bench. I really don't care. I try to be too helpful for the team and to give them my energy and passion. That's the only goal. And this year, more than the other years, when I yell at somebody, then I smile. This PAOK process.
But how many hours do you have to spend for your private life in a day? So 24 hours is not enough for you?
I would like to have more hours, because there are some hobbies that I don't do, I don't practice anymore.
Like?
Music, mostly. Music, listening, playing. That's it. Yeah.
That means?
Playing instruments. I was
You know?
drums.
Do you have a single talent?
No, I don't have talent at all.
Okay. But you try.
See, I tried.
You can play the drums?
Drums and bass. Some guitar. Yeah, when I was younger, like it was my main passion, together with basketball. But then
Music.
it's still my main passion. I listen to a lot of music, but the time is not a lot. Mostly because my daughter likes pop, Italian pop, and I like American indie rock. So when we are together, it's a fight every time. But she started to listen to something, but I don't want to force her. But it puts me in a position where I cannot listen music, because those 2-3 hours are for my family. But is not forced, is a pleasure. Not a lot, but at least quality. Wow, the beard, I guess. You know the story. I usually had shorter one, like Babis, my assistant. But because my stepmother said, you look better with a beard than without, I took it personal. I'm very salty, I'm very cocky sometimes. And I make it grow, and at the end, I like it. So There is no special story. I'm not going to cut the bird if we win a championship or the EuroLeague. I'm not like that, so if you want to ask, is no. The culture is closer to mine, so this is a big pro. I know only Thessaloniki, so I can say that here I find myself well, very well. Me and my family, I can talk on behalf of them. Every situation we live is a situation in which people help you to get connected. Because in my life I've experienced this, that going around cities in Italy as well, and also in a foreign country, there is a thing that I really hate. And it happens every time. And I really, because this is like you go in a city and whoever, one time is the president, one time is the first person you meet, one time is somebody as your agent, they start saying, you will see this city, not Thessaloniki, this city, beautiful, food, excellent, cinema, I don't know, beautiful, there is the sea. But listen, do you know what I like first? Like, why you tell me that your city is beautiful without even knowing what is my style? You know, like I'm by myself and you are the city. So Thessaloniki is doing a different thing. They don't say, okay, this is beautiful. They listen to you and, okay, what you like to do? This, let's go. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not that, oh, you will see the meat is wonderful. I'm vegetarian. I don't care if you have the best meat all over the world. I don't eat it. The sea is beautiful. I don't like sea. I like mountain. This is an example. So sometimes it's better to listen more than to say, you will see, you will find yourself very good. How do you know it? Here is different because what do you like? Crepe? I will cook you crepe. What do you like? Cheese? We have good cheese. It helps to get in the process quicker. We need a good choice choosing a house where you have the sight of the sea. This is very peaceful, morning and evening. I didn't know that. I never lived in a situation like that in my life, never. This is the first time, and I didn't consider that, that when you look outside and you see it, I don't know why, it's pretty magic. Honestly. It's another tough question. My personal dream is like to be able to provide for my family as long as I can, in the best way possible. That's why I push myself to maximum. That this team makes a big piece of history. And it doesn't mean, because I understand as a supporters, what people want is a trophy, something. To be realistic, it's very difficult in this period. Because there are two teams that are dominant for different reasons. So we cannot deny that. But at the same time, like the team, the most loved team in history of PAOK without winning a trophy, it would be a dream for me. The most loved at all. That's the dream.